Hello and welcome to the AdaPtor. I'm Avni and welcome. So today's topic is how I strive for accountability, and this is actually what most people should strive for because it actually creates a very good reputation and a solid one for that matter. So how did this start off? I know I'm kind of wearing the same stuff as yesterday's video, but this is a completely random. I got a mosquito bite. Who bites right here? Who does that? So this is actually a very random video. Something ended up happening and I was like, I need to talk about this. This is such a very important topic. So I was going back and forth with this one person trying to coordinate something of very much of value, something that would bring value not just to me but to many people around me. And I was going back and forth with this one person and they just weren't accountable. I would contact them again and again and again and they just wouldn't reply, or they just wouldn't message me back, even if it was to say that, hey, I don't want to talk to you, or even if it was, hey, I didn't get a chance to do it yet, and it just wouldn't be accountable. It was terrible. And so when I asked around, like, hey, what kind of reputation does this person have, that's what I was trying to find out, and they were just a person who you couldn't trust. You couldn't trust. It was a waste of time to do anything with them. And I was like, whoa, you don't want that kind of reputation? What? That's terrible. A few years ago, I listened to one of the commencement speeches that Warren Buffett gave, that he gave a long time ago. Like, the videography was pretty old, so it's very old. But I couldn't get past, it was a 1-hour video, I couldn't get past the first 3 minutes because he talked about how what he's looking for in people and individuals and people who are successful is accountability. And at that point I stopped the video and I started asking myself, hey Avni, are you accountable? Can someone count on you for something? Even if you don't want to do it, will you follow through? And at that point I wasn't accountable. I was the person who gave excuses. I was the one who said, I'm busy, it's nah, next time, whatever. Excuses, blah 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 blah. Excuses. And since then, I have strived to become a more accountable person. If you were to call me up at 2 in the morning, hopefully I wake up from the ring, but if you call me up at 2 a.m., I will be there. I want to be that kind of person. And I still cannot go through that video anymore. I still stop at 3 minutes and 30 seconds now because I still feel like I have a long way to go. And that's completely okay. But one day I know I will get through that video. One day. It's the only video that gets me every single time. So let's talk about some ways to be accountable. First off, stop saying that you're busy, because you're not. You do have time. You have 24 hours in a day, a certain amount of time in a week. I'll do the math. You have 24 hours in a day. You have time. You are not busy. That's first, right? Second thing is to do projects that are uncomfortable. You don't want to do it, and you know it's going to be a pain in the butt to do it, but you have to do it. Because why? Because you said you would. Most of the time you said you would go to this meeting or go to that or do this and that, and you just don't want to go, so you end up making an excuse. Come on, even I've done it. You don't want to be that kind of person though. You don't want to be that kind of person. So that kind of accountability. Do it even if you don't want to. The third tip would be to straight up say no if you don't want to do something. Stop beating around the bush and saying, yeah, maybe, no. Just say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. You could be polite and still say no. Just like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, but definitely follow up with me in a few months. Maybe I'll be interested then. That's completely okay. You never know if you're going to be interested in it then. So it's a great way to say no and be polite. The fourth way is to always show up. So if there's like random meetings that are happening for your club and you don't need to go to it, but if you end up showing up anyways, you know that you're accountable. It shows to them that, oh, this person shows up whether they need to or not. They're going to be there. They show up. You want to be that kind of person who just shows up and they know you're going to be there. The final way is to be a problem solver. If you are the person who consistently solves problems, you are the person who is most accountable, most responsible, and you will be the go-to person for people to come to when they need to get a problem solved. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. This is a very random video, but I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you could be more accountable if that's what you're looking for. And if you are really accountable, share some tips down below on how you like to achieve this, on how people think that you are accountable, and how you feel that, yeah, I am accountable. And if you're not accountable, tell me how you want to be accountable. How do you want people to see you? So, let me know down below, comment down below, and I'll see you next week for a fresh new video. See you. Bye-bye.